Hello, friends. Have you ever heard of a country where the king can choose a new wife at a grand festival and the police check what women are wearing under their skirts? No, this isn't a movie plot. It's reality. Today, we're heading to Eswatini, a small but incredibly fascinating country in Africa that will surprise you with its traditions, laws, and contrast. Imagine a country where the king owns a fortune worth hundreds of millions of dollars, while most citizens live on $2 a day. Where polygamy is the norm, but intimate relations before the age of 21 are strictly taboo. Where the lion and elephant on the coat of arms symbolize national unity, and armed rangers protect nature with the right to shoot poachers on sight. And there's more. A ban on European underwear, witches who can fly on brooms but no further than 150 meters, and roosters that aren't allowed to crow too loudly lest they disturb the king. Sounds like fantasy? But this is just a small part of what makes Eswatini unique. In this video, we'll explore why this country changed its name from Swaziland to Eswatini, how its king chooses wives at the Reed Dance Festival, and why 1 in 4 residents is infected with HIV. You'll learn how Eswatini combines ancient traditions with modern challenges and why it's called the Fortress of Africa. So get comfortable because you're about to embark on a journey to a country where reality can sometimes be stranger than fiction. Let's go! Eswatini is a small but remarkably interesting country located in Africa. It's worth learning more about as it's full of unusual traditions and laws, such as the ban on wearing underwear. Let's dive deeper. Until 2019, this nation was known as Swaziland, which translates from English as the land of the Swazi people. However, the name was changed to Eswatini to avoid confusion with the English word Switzerland, as they sound too similar. The majority of Eswatini's population consists of the Swazi people, who belong to the Bantu group. Their closest ethnic relatives are the Zulu and Xhosa from South Africa. The ancient ancestors of the Swazi people arrived in these lands about 200 years ago, following the wave of Bantu migrations. Initially, they lived on the coast of the Indian Ocean, but in the 15th century, under pressure from the warlike Zulu, they were forced to relocate to the territories that now make up Eswatini. Besides the Swazi people, an important symbol of the country is its coat of arms. It features a lion and an elephant, representing royal authority and national unity. The lion holds a shield with its paw, while the elephant uses its trunk and tusk. The composition is crowned by the king's hat, shaped like a pineapple. At the bottom of the coat of arms is a motto in the Swazi language, which means, "We are the fortress." Eswatini is located between South Africa and Mozambique. The country's population is about 1,200,000 people, and its area is approximately 17,000 square kilometers, slightly larger than the Chechen Republic. Interestingly, the Swazi state existed long before Europeans arrived in Africa. Since the early 15th century, it has been ruled by the Dlamini dynasty, to which the current royal house belongs. In the 19th century, Eswatini came under the influence of the British Empire and remained a colony until gaining independence in 1968. Eswatini is a country with a high level of poverty. The average income here is about $2 per day per person. Public transportation is virtually non-existent. Half the population is unemployed, and 1 in 5 residents remains illiterate. King Mswati III, who has ruled since 1986 and holds the title the Lion, is one of the wealthiest monarchs in the world. According to Forbes, his fortune is estimated at between $110 and $120 million. This contrast between the wealth of the ruling elite and the poverty of the majority is striking, isn't it? Eswatini is a monarchical state where the king's power is not limited to symbolic functions. It operates under a dualistic monarchy, and the reigning King Mswati III not only performs ceremonial duties, but also makes key decisions. Although he formally consults with Parliament, he is the only monarch in Africa who retains full authority. Despite mass protests, his regime remains unchanged. In Eswatini, polygamy is a fully legal tradition for the king. Even though he formally adheres to Christianity, King Eswatini III, according to various sources, has between 1 and 15 wives who have given birth to about 60 of his children. However, not all of the king's marriages have gone smoothly. One of his wives was forced to renounce her status when it was revealed that she was underage at the time of the wedding, younger than 18 years old. For this, the king had to pay a fine in the form of a cow. Another wife was exiled after she was caught having an affair with the Minister of Justice. Every summer, King Eswatini III chooses a new wife at the traditional festival called the Reed Dance. This grand event lasts 3 days and involves tens of thousands of girls brought from all over the country. Essentially, it's a mass selection process where the king makes his choice among numerous candidates. Each new wife of the king receives a luxurious palace and an expensive car as a gift. It's no wonder that many girls dream of attending the festival, hoping their dance will catch His Majesty's attention. By the way, Eswatini III has relatively modest ambitions in this regard. His father, King Sobhuza II, was far more ambitious. He managed to marry about 70 women, who gave birth to 210 of his children. So the heir has something to aspire to. In Eswatini, intimate relations are strictly prohibited for anyone under the age of 21, and this is no coincidence. The country has an extremely high HIV prevalence rate. 1 in 4 residents is infected, which is a global anti-record. Despite the efforts of doctors and the promotion of contraception, the fight against the HIV epidemic remains largely ineffective. Society holds a deep-rooted belief in the need to actively reproduce, often by changing partners frequently. Attempts to help those affected by the epidemic are being made, but they are insufficient. For example, with funding from the European Union, the city of Bulembu was established, home to numerous orphans who lost their parents to HIV. Eswatini is divided into 4 major provinces, whose names sound quite amusing to the Russian ear: Hoho, Lubombo, Manzini, and Shizelweni. Each has its own unique characteristics, but all are united by a common culture and traditions. To protect nature, Eswatini has a special ranger service equipped with modern weapons. These units, a kind of death squad, combat poachers in national parks. The law allows rangers to eliminate anyone suspected of poaching on the spot. Without such harsh measures, it would be impossible to preserve the local wildlife. Eswatini also has specialized educational institutions for children, where one can be sent even for minor disobedience at home. These institutions are strictly controlled by the state and are designed to instill discipline in the younger generation. Additionally, the country has a ban on women wearing European-style underwear. This rule is enforced by local police, officials, and the military. If underwear is found, it is immediately removed. The reason for this ban is the belief that European underwear is a relic that violates traditional African customs and allegedly causes diseases and infertility in women. Since the early 2010s, women in Eswatini have also been prohibited from wearing pants and short skirts, as authorities believe such clothing provokes men to commit violence. Violating these rules can lead to arrest. Eswatini has other unusual prohibitions as well. For example, witchcraft is strictly forbidden, and witches, according to the law, can fly on brooms no more than 150 meters. In the country's capital, Mbabane, it is prohibited to keep more than 10 chickens or to raise roosters, as their crowing disturbs the king's peace. Eswatini is not as famous for its wildlife as some other African countries, but it is home to mountains, savannas, crocodiles, elephants, and zebras. However, there is no coastline. Well, friends, our journey to Eswatini, a country where traditions and modernity intertwine in the most unexpected ways, has come to an end. We've learned how the king chooses wives at the Reed Dance Festival, why European underwear is banned here, and how rangers protect nature at the risk of their lives. Eswatini is a place where every law, every custom, and every landscape makes you marvel and reflect. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up. It will help the Trip Asia channel grow and bring you even more amazing places from around the world. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new episodes. We're already preparing new adventures, mysteries, and incredible stories for you. We also have a Telegram channel where we share additional materials, interesting facts, and previews of upcoming videos. The link is waiting for you in the description below this video. Subscribe to stay updated on all the most exciting content. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time in new adventures, bye.